What can you do when you're more than a friend but less than a girlfriend? There's nothing worse than being caught in that kind of limbo space where you're seeing the guy you like one, two, three times a week, but he's not using the word girlfriend and he's not introducing to his family. And you kind of feel like you don't have that connection what you want, the monogamy, the relationship, the commitment. You want to go to that next level. It's a complicated place to be, and it's really tough to be in that limbo space. So the first thing you have to do is really set boundaries. One of the reasons people end up in this limbo space is because they don't take the time to decide upfront what they consider acceptable and unacceptable behavior in a relationship. If you decide early on that you're going to start being intimate before you have monogamy or before you have a commitment, well, then at least you've set your boundaries in advance. What happens a lot of times is that two people come together and you have two different definitions of what monogamy is, what a relationship is, what it means to transition from dating to boyfriend and girlfriend. So you need to decide up front. Of course, it's already a little bit too late for that, but it's important to know where you came from so you can work on where to go next. The problem really comes from the fact that people get used to things. So, your boyfriend now, or the guy who's almost your boyfriend, he's used to what's happening now. He's gotten used to this current flow of a relationship, and what you really want to do is kind of shake things up. So, you've kind of fallen into this steady relationship, and what happens is there's this fear of losing what you have. If you tell him dramatically that he has to either be your boyfriend or break up with you, well then there's a big chance you'll this risk that you'll lose him. And that fear of loss is what's kept you from taking any action before now. And the irony is that the longer you wait to take action, the harder it is. So you're kind of in this self-defeating loop. Oh, I really want to tell my boyfriend, but I'm afraid to take action. So you're kind of stuck in this situation. So, what you really need to do is reset the clock. You want to go back in your relationship and kind of reset and decide exactly what you want and realize, okay, this is how I wish things had gone. Once you have an understanding of where things went wrong and how they could have gone right, you could start to approach things right and take the steps for becoming his girlfriend. The first step is just to ask. Why don't you ask him without being pressuring? That's one of the hardest things. A lot of guys, they're so afraid of being imprisoned by their girlfriends or locked in a relationship before they're ready that when girls finally ask the question, they do it and they make it too pressury. They're like, "Why am I not your girlfriend?" Or "I want to be your girlfriend. What's happening?" If you ask in an aggressive way, his natural instinct will be to pull back. But if you ask in an information seeking way, just say to him, you know, how do you define our relationship? What do you see happening? Do you see us as boyfriend and girlfriend? Do you see us just dating? Where do you see us right now? And what does it mean to you if someone's your girlfriend? For a lot of people, these things have really different meanings, so just asking so you understand him will be a lot better. The next step is to just take your time and decide what you want. What do you want out of this relationship? What type of relationship do you want? And once you have your kind of goal in mind, you have the things together. You say you want to become his girlfriend, but what exactly does that mean to you? Does that mean he sees you 4 nights a week instead of three? Does that mean he starts introducing you to his friends? Does that mean he stops seeing other women? Is he seeing other women? Does that mean you stop seeing other men? Without having a real definition of where you're coming from and what you want, this kind of limbo space can be so difficult. But now that you know what you want and you know what he wants and where you guys are both standing, you can start taking action. And the first step is really to break rapport. You kind of need to change things up and shake up your current relationship. Now, breaking rapport is a very complicated and advanced technique, but don't worry, we really dig into it at girlgetsring.com. Jonathan Green, I wrote Girl That Gets Ring with my good friend T Dub, teaches you everything you need to know to go all the way from single through turning him into your boyfriend, all the way up to getting engaged and walking down that aisle and having your dream relationship. Whatever you're looking for from your relationship, we're here to help you, and it's going to be amazing. Click the link below, and we'll take you where you're looking to go.